Are you ready to master roulette? Then play it smart by avoiding these mistakes. Hey Internet, it's your old friend Dominic here with AmericanCasinoGuide.com. Now this first one may seem like a no-brainer, but it's one of the most common mistakes I see players making, and that's betting without understanding the odds. I always begin every conversation about roulette talking about the odds as it's a purely mathematical game, and really ask this question, how can you decide your bet if you don't know your chances of winning? Now, it's really easy to overspend when you're all caught up in the excitement of the game. However, failing to set limits on your bankroll can quickly lead to heavy losses. So I say always set a budget for your roulette sessions and stick to it. Set aside only the cash you're willing to lose and promise yourself that once you hit that limit, you're gonna get out of there. So here's another thing, chasing losses is a total trap.
It's a trap.
It doesn't matter if you're a pro or a rookie player. After a loss, it's super tempting to go over your limits or bet bigger, thinking you're due for a big win. But believe me, that's the fast track to even more losses. Instead of digging yourself a deeper hole, accept those losses as part of the game and a learning opportunity. Stick to your budget and thank yourself later. Now, I often talk about casino bonuses here for a reason, especially for those new players out there. You need to keep an eye out for them at online casinos as they often fatten up your bankroll so you can play roulette more. It's a perfect chance for newbies to test their betting strategies. And too many roulette players overlook this one, but trust me, you can find some good offers out there. Remember, not all roulette variations are the same. Whether it's European, American, French, or any of the other endless variants out there, each has its own rules and odds. My advice is stick with European roulette. The house edge is lower than those other variations, but hey, check out the other versions too if you want to experiment. Understand the differences and go with what works for you. Now, there are a lot of betting systems out there and strategies on how to play roulette. We talk about them here all the time. Systems like martingale may seem logical and even appealing, but relying on them can be very risky, because these systems typically don't accommodate for fundamental fluctuations in game odds or table betting limits, and can lead to significant losses if you're not using them carefully. Use them, but be sure to understand their limitations. Now, drinking, like gambling, can be fun if done responsibly, but that is not to say they should happen at the same time. Don't forget, alcohol impairs our judgment and leads to poor decision making. With the roulette table buzzing, staying clear-headed is the key to avoiding silly bets, strategy mistakes, and big losses. So remember to stay sober when gambling, and you'll have a better time overall. Anyone who knows me knows I love Kenny Rogers, and I'm all about that Kenny Rogers wisdom. As he said, you gotta know when to walk away and you gotta know when to run. It's a golden piece of advice from the gambler himself, and I've covered setting bankroll limits before and avoiding chasing losses. But don't forget, if the game stops being fun, it's time to step back. It doesn't matter if you still haven't reached your bankroll limit. In roulette, trust your gut. If it says it's break time, listen up. Take a breather or call it quits for just a little bit. Now, I've already talked about betting systems, but let's face it, in the long run, they can't make you escape the house edge. However, they do offer a systematic way of approaching these games. And with that said, playing roulette with no strategy is risky. When you walk into a roulette game, have a plan and stick to it. That's your ticket for potential success. Whether it's martingale, Fibonacci, or your own crazy creation, find a strategy that you like and stick to it. And of course, the most important mistake to avoid, the gambler's fallacy. This is the belief that past outcomes somehow influence future results, and this is simply not true, and it's just a trap that can lead to poor decisions and bigger losses. Remember that each spin of the wheel is an independent event, so previous results don't affect what comes next. So no, after 10 blacks in a row, the chances of landing red aren't any higher than they were before. So are you ready to take on the roulette wheel like a pro? Let us know in the comment section down below. My name's Dominic, wishing you luck and reminding you as always, play responsibly.